How can you monetize your live streams? Let's dive in and find out. Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Nick Walkuski, and on this channel we talk all about live streaming and videography and how you can use that to grow your businesses. And on this video, I'm very excited to jump in and talk about how you can actually go about monetizing your live streams. What are some of the things that you can do to start generating revenue directly from these live streams here on YouTube or other platforms? Let's dive in and check that out. And I want to specifically start talking about this if you are just a small YouTuber or a small streamer just kind of getting started and getting things going, and what are the steps that you can do to help start generating revenue and make this a part of your income. And I actually have 7 different ways how you can do this, so we're going to jump in and kind of touch on each of those. But before we get started, I do want to talk about one specific one that is not part of the 7 ways, but is kind of a nice benefit. Something to keep in mind is that oftentimes, especially as someone just getting started, starting to grow an audience, with your live streams, you might be able to get some free gear or free equipment, services, things like that. That is definitely kind of that little asterisk. I know I've gotten several things here, where they either expect you to talk about it on the stream in exchange for talking about it on the stream, or just sometimes you'll even get some free things just to kind of help as a part of goodwill, I guess. So that's one thing to keep in mind. It definitely is not, I wouldn't consider that an income source, but sometimes if you get free things, it means you don't have to buy other things, so you're actually making a little bit of money. But now let's jump in to the 7 main ways. The first thing I want to talk about is if you are already a current business owner, or you have some sort of product or some other type of service that you offer, if you're out doing videography service or photography or any number of things, is to actually drive traffic to your current business. That's going to easily be the fastest way and really the most profitable way, especially when you're just starting out here on YouTube or here streaming, just kind of in general, is driving traffic to what you're currently doing in terms of your business. So if you're a real estate agent, like driving traffic to getting more clients that way, driving traffic to potential houses, things like that. That's going to be one of the best ways that you can monetize right off the bat. You don't need an audience currently, right? When you're getting started, you'll build that, you'll grow that, you'll develop that, and then you'll naturally be sending people to the best way to work with you. Second area I want to talk to is what people generally think about when it comes to YouTube monetization, which is YouTube ads. Now, I think this could definitely be a great source of revenue. It does require a couple things to happen. One, you need to have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and you need to have 4,000 watch hours in the last 12 months. Those are 2 requirements in order to become one of the YouTube partners. But once you get into the partners program, then you're going to be able to generate ads on all of your videos, on all of your streams, by including YouTube's ads in that. You're going to get a certain percentage, and I'll jump in some future videos a lot more into YouTube ads. Even if you check out this one right here, I talk a little bit about what this channel is doing in terms of YouTube ads and what kind of revenue we're bringing in this last year, where we were just monetized in 2020, so it's just brand new. That ads revenue piece is just brand new here on this channel. And one other source of YouTube revenue that kind of falls under the YouTube ads piece, at least in my opinion, and kind of the way we're going to talk about it today, is super chats. So on a live stream, on a premiere, you're going to be able to potentially get super chats from your audience where they can kind of pledge a certain amount of money. You get to keep 70% of that. YouTube takes 30% of that. But that's kind of along the similar lines of YouTube ads. In my opinion, it's something, if you do more live streams, you're going to be able to get more of that. You can also encourage that, so it can be kind of a different source, but I'll kind of lump those all together for this video. The third area we're going to talk about is something that I think even as someone just getting started out, you can start using this area in terms to start generating revenue pretty much right away, which is affiliate income. And this is basically where you recommend a service, a software, anything like that, and you can generate a portion of that sale, you're going to get a portion of that from that service provider or from that store. So for example, a couple of the affiliates that I use, one Amazon, and when we're talking about gear, anything like that, a lot of times those links are affiliate links from Amazon, so I will get a certain percentage if you go and buy that gear. It's not going to cost you any extra, it's just because I'm doing the marketing for that business, I'm going to get a certain revenue, a piece of that revenue. And that's the same way it will kind of work for you as well. Other types of affiliate services like Ecamm, I'm an affiliate for them. There you get actually a recurring, if somebody does a month-to-month subscription with them, I'm gonna get a recurring piece. I think it's 30%, don't quote me on that, but I get a percentage of that sale on a monthly basis. Same for something like ConvertKit or some of those other software types of pieces. That's the way that kind of works. And with that, I work directly with them to sign up for their affiliate program, and then they'll pay you a check every single month when you make a sale. One of the nice things about affiliate income is that, especially if it fits with your audience and what you're talking about on your videos, on your live streams, if you're able to work in some of those software as a service type products, a lot of them will have a recurring revenue element built in. So that means you need to make that sale once by recommending vidIQ, and then every single month thereafter, as long as that person stays a paying member of that service, you will get a percentage of that. So even as someone starting out, just getting started on YouTube or just getting started with live streaming, you can quickly start to grow a solid income base just by recommending products that you believe in. And that's the key too, is you want to make sure these are products that you believe in, that you trust, and that you would recommend otherwise, even if you were getting paid or not. I think that's the key kind of piece here. But now let's talk about the fourth element, the fourth way you can generate some income, you can monetize your live streams, is with sponsorship ads. And I think these come in kind of two different varieties. They're where you're getting paid to just basically have a short little commercial within your video. This could be something where you kind of have that commercial break where you talk about a topic or talk about a product, a brand that relates to the topic a little bit, but it might not necessarily. Ideally, I like to have them kind of relate. We've done a few sponsorship ads here on this channel. I like to make sure they kind of relate to what we're talking about in the video or complement it at least. And that way it's a little more seamless and doesn't feel as specific as like dropping an ad in the middle of your video. But that's one way you can get paid. Just having that short 30, 60 second ad read there kind of in the middle of your video. Another way would to actually be to do more of a full breakdown or a full tutorial on that software, on that service, on that brand. I've done a few of those videos on this channel as well, where we dive in a little bit more to cover some of the areas of that sponsor, of that software. We'll show some of the unique features, some of the cool things, the way I use it, things like that. And so that one generally pays a little bit more than just the pure ad break, but it's going to depend a lot on your audience. It's going to depend on not just even the size of your audience, but it's going to depend a lot on who's in your audience and what type of actions they take. Is the brand seeing a lot of people subscribing or a lot of people purchasing the product after you mention it on one of your videos? Then you're going to be able to charge a little bit more for those videos moving forward. The fifth element is digital products. And what I mean by these are basically anything that you can create once and just sell again and again and again. It's that kind of physical product, if you will. And it could be anything, or not physical product, but that digital product, if you will. And it could be anything from, say, in the video world, a lot of times you'll see people who do LUT packs or motion graphics or Lightroom presets for photography. Those are type of digital products. It could be templates or some sort of worksheet, like a PDF worksheet or packet that you get. An ebook could be a digital product. A course could be as well, especially if there's not any ongoing kind of maintenance, if it's just created and then you're able to just send people to it and they can go through the course at their own pace. That's a great digital product as well. Templates, those are really great digital products. So think about how you can start creating some sort of digital product that you're then able to offer to your live streams. For me, one of them that I've created here recently is the live streaming starter kit. That's something we're still building out, still continuing to grow and add stuff to, but you can find out more information about that by going to nickbolkowski.com/starterkit. And it's basically a bunch of templates for graphics and then a few other things to help people take their live streams and make them a little bit more professional when they're just starting out, just getting started with live streaming. And then from there, you can move into things like physical products. So this could be notebooks or other types of merchandise. It could be candles, something like that. That's a great little physical product. Or it could be Rubik's Cubes, like some branded Rubik's Cubes. It could be all kinds of different merchandise that you could use in terms of physical products. These can be great, especially if you're able to broaden it beyond your YouTube audience. So it's not just not just something that's very branded to you. Those work great too, that just pure like merchandise play. But then if you're able to even broaden it beyond that, that's where things can get really cool. If you're able to say, create like a clothing line, or create, if you're create like some sort of skincare or hair products or something that can, coffee is another great one where you can have people kind of outside of your audience also purchase it and really appreciate that and go back again and again. That's where you can really start making a lot of money from physical products. And then number 7, the last thing I want to talk about is memberships. And here I think there are really 2 different ways you can do that here through YouTube. One, if you have 1,000 subscribers or part of the YouTube Partner Program, you're going to be able to, YouTube will have the option for you to have a YouTube specific membership. You can see it kind of below here on this video. There's a little join button. That's a great way where you can jump in and get some exclusive content. We do some exclusive live streams just for members on this channel. There's also a few other little things that you can do. And then in general, there are lots of different elements that you could add into your YouTube specific membership. Now, YouTube is going to take, I believe it's a 30% cut from that membership, but it's going to be an easier way for a lot of people to jump in. So generally, you'll probably get a wider audience if you're running a specific YouTube membership. There are also, you could also create your own membership on your own platform using something like Kajabi or Teachable or any other number of platforms out there, where you kind of create it all yourself, you run it, you manage it, you kind of take care of all of that, you get YouTube out of there, so then you're able to take a little bit more of your own revenue. Membership is a really cool way to build in that recurring revenue. It also takes a lot of work because you have to show up every single month, you have to continue to put into the membership in order for people to want to stay members. But it's a great way to really kind of exponentially start growing some of that revenue because you're able to ideally able to maintain a base of members, but continually add to it month after month after month. So in theory, it keeps going up and up and up. So those are a few ways you can monetize your live streams, specifically here on YouTube and other platforms as well. And if you're looking at getting started with live streaming, be sure to hit this playlist right here. It's going to walk you through everything you need to get started live streaming on Facebook, and I will see you in the next video.